Fry. Here. Highway Commissioner Bouvet. Here. Trustee Lam is here. Supervisor Jones.
Here.
Trustee Horvath.
Here.
Trustee Maher. Here. Trustee Malik. Here. Trustee Lynch.
Here.
Okay, can we have a motion to approve the minutes of October 28th, 2025 board meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes of the October 28th, 2025 board meeting.
Second. Any discussion or changes?
Supervisor Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik. Abstain. Trustee Lynch.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve the general assistance expenditures.
Motion to approve payroll for pay dates of November 7, 2025 and November 21st, 2025. ACH wire payments and general assistance check 57618 through check 57635 in the amount of $34,923.73.
Second.
Supervisor Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes.
And Trustee Lynch.
Yes.
Okay, and a motion to approve road district expenditures.
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve payroll for pay dates of November 7th, 2025 and November 21st, 2025, ACH/wire payments and road district checks number 25592 through check number 25632 in the total amount of $1,035,936.01.
Second.
Okay.
Supervisor Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik. Yes. Trustee Lynch.
Yes.
Okay. Approval of general town fund expenditures.
Motion to approve payroll for pay dates of November 7th, 2025, and November 21st, 2025, ACH wire payments and general town fund checks number 63061 through check number 63131 in the amount of $351,659.66.
Second.
Supervisor Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes.
Trustee Lynch.
Yes.
Okay, do we have any public participation? We'll move on to old business. We do have a presentation by Rex Parker, and he's not here, so should we wait, move it down, and see if he comes?
Sure, we can move it
Or
down.
should we just,
I just going to show you one completed one to see how they look in a frame.
oh yeah, they look really good.
Watch me drop it. Just kidding.
Oh, don't drop it. You don't have your gloves on. It's really good.
You left us I'm not doing that, but
What? It's on video.
I just will Photoshop gloves in later. All right, so here's just how they look in the frame. So this was don't tell them on the ground user.
Yeah, that looks good.
There you go. And there's 4 of these.
No, we haven't decided that yet.
I wish there's a non-blurred glass, so.
Well, it's for UV lighting, I mean, like it's special in museums.
We're gonna lights on or something? Lights turned on?
Correct. It's to avoid, so that the UV rays.
So they don't fade.
Oh, okay. I got
It's the
it.
same glass we use in a museum
Oh, okay.
for artwork, so that's what he said. Right, they came out beautifully. So we're looking forward to adorning our walls. All right, discussion and possible vote on the road and bridge levy ordinance. Ed, would you like to lead us on this one?
Sure. Oh, I thought did we vote on that last time?
So we're, I don't know, did we? Was it the temporary?
Probably just the estimate. Oh, just the
Estimate?
estimate, okay. So, yeah, so we were gonna keep it flat again this year. Now, after talking with Vicki, we discussed some of the terminology that we had to use to make sure that there was no increase. If we said to keep it flat, is that sufficient for no increase, or is there certain verbiage that we had to say?
No, for the estimate, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as everybody knows you're not gonna go above 5% from last year.
Okay.
That means, you know, you don't have to hold the truth in taxation hearing. That's the main point of the estimate.
Okay. Yeah, so we're planning on keeping the road district levy flat and sort of no increase for the next year. Thanks.
Okay, so, any discussion? Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the road and bridge levy ordinance for 2025, or before?
Just so we're all clear, it's just the estimate, right? So then we'll have the final ordinance at the December meeting. Is that
So I think this is the final, right?
Versus the final.
I thought this was the final.
This is the final.
Yes, fine.
Yes.
The estimate was last one?
Yeah. Right? Ed?
Yeah.
That's what it was
That's
last
what
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second?
Okay,
Supervisor Jones?
yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Lee?
Yes.
Trustee Lynch?
Yes.
We have more exciting stuff. New business, presentation of township officials of Illinois awards to recipients. So, go ahead.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariel Cavlich. I am Assistant Director for Maine State Youth and Family Services. This year we had the honor of nominating one of our directors for the ATCOI Director of the Year. In order to receive this award, a director must demonstrate outstanding leadership, dedication, and program innovation in serving youth and families. When asked by the committee what outstanding contributions has Richard Lyon shown in helping youth in the community, we answered that Richard has consistently reduced barriers to care in supporting the development of over 40 programs that address mental health, social connection, and life skills for children and teens. His dedication ensures that young people not only have a place to heal, but also gain opportunities to grow and thrive in a supportive community. Richard is active in engaging youth and families at events including, but not limited to, our garage sale and our Big Brothers Big Sisters annual celebration. Richard has also implemented a successful training program for interns to learn new therapeutic styles and provide strength-based services to youth and families. When asked what special qualities the nominee, Richard, demonstrates in responding to the needs of youth, we responded that Richard demonstrates calmness, compassion, and vision in every aspect of his leadership. He listens attentively to both staff and youth, adapting services to meet the evolving needs of the community. His ability to inspire his team to innovate whilst maintaining a nurturing environment allows programs to remain accessible, effective, and youth-centered. Richard is a hands-on leader, working to market programming online and through mailers, collaborate with community representatives, collaborate with elected officials, and be present with youth and families at events. He is adaptable and listens to the needs of youth and staff to deliver needed programs. He also advocates for funding to ensure the programs can continue to thrive and grow. When asked what the impact of Richard's accomplishment upon the quality of life is in the community, we responded that under Richard's leadership, Maine State Youth and Family Services has expanded access to safe, free or low-cost therapy groups and youth programs that directly improve the mental health and well-being of local families with children ages 2 to 17. His guidance has created an environment where both staff and youth feel supported, resulting in stronger community connections. The ripple effect of his work ensures that vulnerable families have consistent access to resources that would otherwise be out of reach. Richard's leadership and advocacy has also allowed for our therapists to achieve trainings to reach more youth and families, improving quality of life at home and at school. Youth now have access to quality tutoring, EMDR groups, emotion regulation groups, sand tray therapy, family fun nights, and social wellness nights. Our programs have grown exponentially, and he has enabled staff to facilitate programs through his advocacy, which has broken down prior barriers to programming. He has also made programming more accessible through implementing online registration. Thank you so much, Richard.
surprise.
If you'd like to say a word.
One word, thanks, but I can say a few others. I have a fantastic team in Maine State. I've been here for 20 years, and I have not been privileged anywhere near how privileged I am now to work with such a fantastic, dedicated group of people who inspire me every day. So you are all amazing and equally deserving of this award. I also want to thank our supportive leadership here at the township for not just enabling us to continue to do what we've done for the past 50 years, but empowering us to do more for the community. So thank you all.
Maine Township was recently chosen by Civic Plus as a 2025 Community Impact Award winner for its efforts to revitalize and modernize key programs in the township, such as the annual community garage sale through Civic Plus's innovative registration and communication platform. Richard Lyon will present the award and a video highlighting the success of the process.
Thank you, Supervisor Jones. This was an unexpected surprise. Back in 2024, Emily Toomey and I embarked on modernizing our garage sale vendor sales that were previously done very manually in the office on paper. And through that process, as you'll see in the video, we made a lot of improvements, and it was a better process both for us internally as well as for the vendors, and we were very pleased to receive this award. So one of the, there were a few really nice things about the award. One was a plaque, a little trophy here. Another one was we got to designate a $1,000 charitable contribution to the organization of our choice, and that check has been mailed from Civic Plus on behalf of Maine Township just last week to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Metropolitan Chicago for the great work that they do in supporting youth in our community. And then another surprise was that they produced a video highlighting the initiative. So it's only about 5 minutes. I can show that now if you'd like.
Maine Township is just so small community feeling, even though it's so big. It feels like, oh, people know everybody. There's just so many different services that we can provide.
We serve over 148,000 residents. One of our goals is to be a one-stop shop and make the services that we have for the community very accessible. And we provide services from everything ranging from voter registration and property tax appeals to services for older adults. We have services for folks in recovery from substance use disorders, as well as financial assistance to our residents.
Almost 20 years ago, we had our first garage sale here at the township. We do the event because the proceeds all go towards our summer camp that we do put on in the summer. That summer camp is for our at-risk families or low-income families, and we go on different field trips every day.
It's really rewarding to see the kids experience things for the first time. We had some kids this year that experienced going to a bowling alley bowling for the first time. This year, we raised over $5,000 as a result of the garage sale that goes directly to support that camp that we offer. People love the garage sale in our local community because it's a great place to shop for bargains. We've developed a really faithful following of vendors. We have several that have been with us every single year. They've done this 19 times.
We enjoy coming to the Maine Township garage sale. I love the people that come here. We always have a good time. We always sell.
Definitely brings the community together in such a great way. It definitely promotes sustainability and upcycling.
One challenge was that when everyone had to come in person to sign up.
It was a very manual process. Everything was done by paper.
We were in a position where we wanted to start being more online because of the pandemic and how people were starting to be remote.
It really became untenable for us to continue doing that old process. We really needed an integrated solution where we could really manage those events in a robust system like Recreation Management was able to offer.
once our department figured out that it was easy to use and that our residents could use it and that our older residents were able to use it, we started to use it for our applications for youth programs and applications for our senior programs. And then once we learned how to use the facilities function, we were able to do our garage sale through that as well.
It's removed a lot of the friction in the process that existed before, particularly for the vendors. And for us, it's easier to keep track of everything.
Not having to do filing or meet with people in person or sort out cash and checks and making sure everything's organized and not having to deal with human errors and having to switch things around because one little piece of paper was missing.
Being able to easily keep track of which spaces are available, how much money we've collected from which sources. Our entire team in Mainstay uses the recreation management product. While it is work on the front end to learn a new system or a new process, you save so much time and effort on the back end. You provide just a better customer experience for your residents.
The online registration was a piece of cake. It was so easy. I couldn't believe it when I was finished. It was like, oh, I'm done.
On the day of the garage sale this year, it was really badly raining, and we had to obviously be in contact with all of our 80 vendors on, are we going to cancel the event? Are we going to postpone it? And I was able to send out a text and an email.
We got such positive feedback from the vendors after that, saying, I got your email before I left the house, and I got your message. You followed up saying the garage sale was on, and just waiting our cars, and so saying all that. So people really, really appreciated it. It simply would not have been manageable if we had our older, outdated systems. I don't know how we would have done it.
The biggest impact of this project for me has been being able to reach more residents with our programming and our events and making the township more accessible to our residents where they're able to see the services that we provide and also be able to see our programs roll out and, you know, where their tax dollars are going, they kind of know what it's being used for and what services the township is providing for all of their residents.
It was quite an honor to be selected for this award. A lot went into it. There were a lot of people involved in it, and so for that to be recognized was definitely a joy. Everything we do here at the township is to help serve our community and provide better services and resources and to meet important needs there. We're very happy that we've been able to partner with Civic Plus and make some of those changes possible for our residents. Sometimes it doesn't take too much to make a lasting impact in the life of a child, just some additional support, someone to show that they care, that they're there for you during a time where things might be a little tough. We hear incredible stories all the time from parents who have kids involved in our programs, as well as folks who have participated in some of the counseling services that we offer, just about how impactful that has been and how grateful they are to be able to access those services here at an affordable rate or oftentimes for absolutely no cost at all.
The mission here is just so great of trying to help the community and being there for our community and just growing stronger.
That was beautiful. That was nice.
Emily, you gotta help me carry these back. Emily was very involved in the project too, and I really appreciate her willingness to try something new. It's hard to like reinvent the wheel and try a different process, but Emily was very supportive and did a fantastic job on this initiative as well as the garage sale for as long as you've been here for the last 4 years. So definitely appreciate all your work too.
Thank you, sir. You guys work the board and the award. You guys stand in front, we'll stand behind you.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh yeah, that's
our idea.
The words. That's great. Yeah. Very
tall,
yeah, it was like Very good. All right. 3, 2, 1. One more. All right, beautiful, thanks
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Next is discussion and possible vote on adopting the town fund and general assistance tax levy. And the levy is the amount of revenue that a township expects to receive through taxation to fund a portion of the budget. The proposed town fund levy ordinance is an increase, or what we're suggesting, and we're obviously going to talk about, an increase of 4.99% from the prior year extension. That's the most you can ask for without going to taxation. And then the general assistance levy, we would like to suggest would be 0% increase from the prior year extension. So Vicki, you probably want to come up and explain the process we went through.
Sure. So this year we are asking for, instead of just keeping our town fund flat from last year's extension, we are recommending a 4.99% increase. That comes to just a difference of $205,904. We have, in the upcoming fiscal year, we do have some capital improvements we need to make to this facility, and we really have outgrown this facility and are hoping to expand so that we can continue to offer such wonderful programs and services. So that is why we are asking for a bit of an increase over last year's extension. If you have any other specific questions about it or anything, just...
And you could point out that just because we're asking for that doesn't mean we're going to get it.
And you don't always get it, like right now we are experiencing, we're still waiting to receive tax money from the tax bill from last year. So this is just something that's, again, you don't always get what you levy, this is just what you are, submitting to the county. So that's what we are asking for, it's just the 4.99. And then for our general assistance, we would be keeping it the same extension as last year.
That would be flat.
Does anybody have any questions? So I don't know, do we have to, are we able to just vote it in, or does this have to be an estimate and we revisit it next month, or?
So, I'm sorry, I don't recall off the top of my head, did we make the estimate last month?
We did not.
So this would just be the estimate then, because we do have to make the estimate at least 20 days before we adopt the final levy.
Okay.
But as long as we adopt this at the December meeting, we should be good.
Is that okay, or do we have to have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have it by the
Tuesday, we have to file with the
Last-
county.
yeah,
and our
last
next
Tuesday in
meeting is
December.
on 23rd.
Oh, so we should have a week almost, yeah. So,
Okay. So, yeah, but this, I have to say, this took a lot of preparation because we did with consulting with Chris Skellett, our accountant, and we realized that there were some things that needed to change from the way it was previously done. We still haven't, I might not say this correctly, but we still haven't received what the taxes that we were supposed to get, so it's hard to estimate how much, you can't forecast.
We
don't
actually
know how much
need,
we're gonna
yeah.
get and how much we
Right.
need, so it's kind of like a,
Yeah, and just take a look at last year's, we took a look at last year's county tax reports to see what that extension was, what all the different rates were, what we levied last year versus what we received last year, and then also took a look at our cash balances to see, where we're at, where we are with all of our different accounts, and then also took a look at, what are, I asked all the department heads if they could take a look at, if they had any major things forecasted for next year, that would be a big difference between, what we had levied last year, what we received, and what we're anticipating spending. So we kind of took all those factors into consideration to prepare this for you. So next month, if you have any questions between now and next month, just let me know. Otherwise, we're done for next month, and hopefully next month we can go ahead then and just get this one approved and adopted. All right.
thank you.
I had a question. Is there any, real quick, is there any argument to make, it sounds like there isn't, to go a little lower? I mean, I know this is just an estimate, so it sounds like it's better to go higher than lower. Is there any argument to be made at all, where it's anybody think about that?
To go lower than?
Yeah, just a little bit lower than 4.9. I'm not saying we should, I'm just suggesting that we think about that. as a possibility. It sounds like there's no real,
I mean, we could, but we don't, since we don't know what, what
Right.
extensions we're already gonna get, and,
okay.
and we're probably not gonna receive the 4.99%.
Okay.
So,
And that's kind of what we asked for last year, the last time this came out, right?
And I think what we're looking to is that we do have some things coming up within the next fiscal year. You know, we have some aging equipment, aging facility infrastructure here that, so we would rather not ever have to take out loans and things with interest. We'd rather make sure that we are fiscally solvent enough to be able to cover this, our building that, although this is a lovely, beautiful space, it doesn't always, it takes a little bit of maintenance to keep it going too, so we want to make sure that we have enough in our.
we know we need an elevator already, and that's, I think they told us it's about roughly 100,000.
Yeah, if not more, depending on what you do. And then the other thing too is we are in a really great financial position where we are not approaching that. I know that there's a certain cap for tax money for town fund. We have not approached that anyway, so we're in a good position. We want to remain in that position to meet the needs of this building, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks.
So we're not gonna vote tonight, we're just gonna wait till next month to vote, or we're gonna vote on the estimate?
We can vote on the estimate.
Okay, all right.
All right, motion to approve the estimate for the town fund and general assistance tax levy ordinance. Second. Dash two.
Okay.
Ready for roll call?
Yeah.
Supervisor Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
Trustee Lynch?
Yes.
Okay, so the next item is a discussion and possible vote on the IGA between Maine Township and Maine Township Road District regarding a vehicle transfer, but we're gonna table that. I'm gonna ask if we can table that because we have to change the agreement a little bit. So,
Do we need a motion to table it? No?
We don't have to, if the board's comfortable, just moving this to the.
they're okay? Yeah, okay. All right, so now we have a preliminary discussion of agency funding allocation. So everybody has this in front of them. I don't know who wants to lead the discussion on this. Do you just want to look at it? Do you want to go through it? Do you have any questions?
I only have one question, or a general question. What does anybody think about youth services of Glenview Norfolk? They're a new funding agency, so I'm kind of like, that's the only one I couldn't come up with a number for. I listened to their speech, I looked up the paperwork, but just thought I'd ask what anybody else thinks about that. They're a new entity. They're asking for $15,210. So, that's
Well, I think the staff has put their
thank you.
recommendations.
Yes,
And then
good point.
we're gonna fill ours in, and they're due by next Friday, the 5th,
Thank
December
you.
5th.
It's a good point, I didn't see it, thank you. So, right, you're right, okay. So just
So that,
take it from there.
maybe that'll help.
Yeah, thank you. I will.
Okay,
Thank
sure.
you. Perfect, thanks.
Sure. Any discussion, or do you want to wait till next month when we have more?
Well, I am curious where there are differences between staff members, like what the reasoning was, when they're significant, not when they're, $500 off. But I don't know if this is the time to have that discussion, or if we should email questions and maybe just hear some of the reasoning, or...
Is there like specific ones or a bunch of different ones?
You probably have a good example, or
The Pickles group, I think a lot of them put 1,000, some put 3.
Yeah.
So we had, and I think I can speak on behalf of our group, we had, I think, it was kind of we had kind of an intensive meetings going over the different agencies. One thing that we really took into consideration, at least if I'm speaking for myself, was Ian meets with all the different groups, and throughout the course of, and Richard, correct me if I'm saying anything wrong. Ian meets with and has like regular check-ins with the different agencies, and based on some of the different agencies, his experience with them over the course of the last fiscal year, we sort of kind of took some of those experiences into consideration of, how much of what they're doing matches matches what they had originally said and what they were asking for. How much of what they're asking for is specifically going to meet township residents? So based on kind of these, Ian and Rich were great, where they went back and did some extra research for us on some of these things and spoke to some of the different groups. So we sort of based a lot of our opinions on those factors, based on really like Ian's experience and meeting with everyone. So, and then kind of based on that is where we came up with our recommendations. And, you know, of course, like anything, you know, you're going to vary just based on maybe your own personal experience or what your department brings and what knowledge you have. You know, everyone's going to have their own different opinions, but that was kind of how we all came with our recommendations too. So it depends if there's areas that vary, that might be the reason.
I think some of what we're kind of, not confused, but like questioning is that there's a big disparity, I think, between, like, for the most part, a lot of the amounts are kind of in the same range, but then there's, like, one person's amount were significantly lower than everybody's by like $100,000 to $150,000 less. And so we're just wondering if there's something that they know that we don't know.
Do you want to jump? Is it for all, like, as a summary?
Yes, but yeah, and so then there's a lot where like 0 is given. So we're just wondering, because you guys are the ones who deal with them, so we're just trying to gauge your experiences and how we can kind of like adjust accordingly. So
most of the reasons are what Vicky just explained, that as a group we discuss about the experience, what activities, you know, those agencies are offering to Maine Township residents. We want to just make sure that our residents are part of the programs, also about salaries, and you know, how much they can spend on our residents, experience, and what kind of programs they can improve, or some new ideas that they can provide to residents. Also, how far they can go to let everybody know that the programs are available for the residents. So part of the things that we are thinking for next year is to make sure that we have more information about those agencies, like interact or go and see how they really do. And maybe part of the ideas also is to talk with clients, if it's possible, or with the parents that have been helped by those agencies in particular. The other reason is that some of those agencies are new. So in comparison with the full experience the other agencies have, you know, it's kind of like a little bit in question. So we just want to make sure that the money is going to the correct agencies and that our residents can be helped.
Okay.
I have a question about this Turning Point Behavior Health Center. Last year we gave them 47,000, but most of the other employees, you know, they recommended like 49,000, 50,000, 48,000, 43,000. What was the reason for the 20,000 was the recommendation? For this, especially for the Turning Point Behavior Health Center.
Is that for the increase, you mean?
No, he's saying there's that discrepancy between
$20,000.
your recommendations.
So 20,000 is recommended, but previously we gave them 47,000, they asking for 50. So most of the employees say, there, if you can look at that, you know. So most of the employees say, you know, like 49,000, 50,000, 48,000, 48, 43. So only the one person said 20,000. What is the reason on this 20,000? It was wrong last year, what happened?
I don't know about the last year because I was, you know, part of the group. But this year, my personal reasons is, like I just explained it, I'm not gonna, you know, suggest an amount that I feel like is not, you know, quite helpful for our residents, for our children, or for our low-income families. I really, you know, think very hard how much each agency, and maybe, I don't know, I told them, or so I told my group that I make it cheap, but I want to make sure that the money is going to the correct agency. It's not like giving just for giving and that's it. I want to make sure that the programs go to the correct low-income families and children in need. Some of the programs I believe are not budget helpful for the children, and I want to make sure that those programs, in particular one of the agencies, I question a lot about the programs that are not really into the low-income families, meaning programs that are very fancy for low-income families that can be a contract with their own land. Even thinking, or I expressed to my group, that even helping the children, it may be a shock or, in question, and here in this fancy program when I have a lot of needs at home. I don't know, it's just my personal experience, and I believe the children deserve different programs, in particular with this agency.
I don't know, I think it's a great
what
get
my
different perspectives.
the other team, members can think about this, but I express them, that I'm
I
not
had a question for
qualified.
sorry, because I had a question for the team on resources for community development. They got zero. Everyone voted for some money for them last year and maybe the year before as well. I'm wondering why they got zero this year. It kind of jumps off the page. So maybe there's a strong anti for them, I guess.
Yeah, I can speak to that.
Sure.
In general, and based especially on Ian's feedback and working with them, there's been a lot of difficulty with communication. They've merged as an organization. One of the issues that I had with them for the past several years, they've asked for more money than they've actually spent on our residents. So they're not serving very many residents, and they're not spending much money on our residents. So those are some of the issues that we have with them as an organization, and just kind of decided that our funding could be better served elsewhere.
Okay, and it was a unanimous thing, so thank you.
Yeah, we were on the same page with that. And similar with the organization that most of us put $1,000 for.
Right.
One of the reasons for that is we took a deep dive into the budget and saw there were a lot of administrative overhead expenses, travel and various things like that we weren't, entirely comfortable with based on the amount of clients that were served from Maine Township. So that's one of the reasons why we decreased that from the previous year's grant.
Yeah, I have to say that the team that works on this really puts a lot of effort into going through the budget and their fundraising and how many clients and visiting the locations and the different charitable organizations. It's not like they just, throw out a number.
Yeah.
They actually do a lot of footwork.
And this year we talked about it for about 6 or 7 hours as a group. So
Yeah.
Thank you for all that work that all you put in.
Extra thanks for you and Ian just doing the extra research for our group too. Okay, this is my first year doing this, and so just having that foundation of a team that was willing to kind of fill in the extra gaps for us, I really appreciate it and helped make those decisions. So.
Anything else? No? All right, so the next thing is discussion and vote to approve the toy expenses for township board members per resolution 2024-4. So as you know, we went to the conference in Springfield, and these are the travel expenses for that conference.
So far I only got, I think, let me just come up for 1 second, because we might be able to make this easier. So far I received one of them, but do we want to approve it so that whatever gets submitted, like, so far the only one I received, because I don't think I got yours yet, right?
No, I was going to bring it tonight, I forgot.
So far I just had Kim's. Do we want to just approve the one that we've received, or approve them based on the GSA records, and then for next year, or next month, we don't have to have it on the agenda again, or should we approve them as we're receiving them?
I mean, I don't know what the wording would be, but I'm comfortable just approving the expenses.
Just whoever turns one in, as long as it falls within those
Yeah.
GSA guidelines.
I have my numbers now.
All right.
I don't think I see.
Not have yours.
No, I already did.
We did, we did, no, I don't.
There we go.
But I just don't have, I just didn't have them in for a check for tonight. So do we want to just do it where it's like, then we know for next month, we don't have to do this part again, we'll just pay everybody next month?
Yeah, they're all, I think, all pretty nominal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't be.
I looked at that form though, that
If you want to just give
I
me
have
your
no idea how to
receipts,
fill it
wait,
out.
just give me your receipts and I will fill out the form. But no, whenever you have expense reimbursements, that's fine.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, so then maybe we could just do it as a, for the board attendees and kind of make it simplify that for us.
So motion to approve TOI expenses for township board members.
no, just Kimberly. That's the only one.
We're gonna,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so, like, for every, when you enter,
Oh, I see.
it will be
Gotcha.
approved.
Sorry. good.
Is that good enough?
Second.
Okay.
And let's just make sure that it's per the parameters of resolution 2024-4.
Per
So
the
it's clear,
parameters
just-
of resolution 2024.
Okay.
Check.
No, no blank checks. We won't do that. All right.
Do you have a
Give me a
second?
second?
I did say,
Okay.
second.
Supervisor Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
Trustee Lynch?
All
Yes.
right, thank you. All right, officials reports. Suzie, you want to, our assessor, want to start us out?
Okay, thank you. Want to mention that we had the Veterans Breakfast, and we co-sponsored with the Mainstreamers, and a lot of effort was put into it with Marie and Liz to do it. It was well attended. We had a speaker. It was very nice, and I think that it should be continued next year too. Appreciation for our veterans. It was a wonderful thing. We had our trunk or treat, and our office sponsored a trunk, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the community came out, and the kids looked great, and actually the parents participated too with their wonderful costumes. And kudos to all the staff that did that for the kids. It was a beautiful thing. Let me see. Oh, the tax bills. Probably should have gotten a tax bill. If you didn't, that's kind of a problem. But you can always go online to the treasurer's office and get a copy. They're going to be due the 15th, just to put that on your calendar. We have our assessor budget is mandated that I present a budget 60 days out before we make a decision on budget. So that'll be on your table at the next meeting to look at that. And then I want to wish a happy birthday to Pete. So Pete's birthday is in a couple days, so happy birthday to him. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Oh, please don't.
Well, first, I just wanted to say congratulations to Rich Line. I mean, I've been around for a while, and you've always been consistent with, your dedication to the township, but also to youth. And, we're very lucky to have you here. So congratulations, Rich. You deserve a lot more praise than you get.
Thank you.
I just wanted to provide an update on the Maine North. I'm not sure if any of you are aware, but we've been in talks with the state of Illinois to try to get an easement to help with drainage for the Maine North residents, and also to complement the future work of the MWRD along Central Road. We've been in talks for about 2 years now. We finally made a little progress. The state council wants us to come up with an ALTA survey, which is going to be anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000. So we're going to have to determine if the project's worth that kind of investment up front to get a survey from the state that they should have had already. So more to follow on that. Hopefully we can come to an agreement to figure out another way to either get a temporary construction easement or try to either get legislation passed or something to acquire that. But I will update you as I get more information on that. And then also we had, last month, we had a resident during public participation that came up and brought up that the highway department and my staff has delayed his project for over a year. And I just wanted to put it on the record. I did some research. I found out all of the facts of what happened, and I just wanted to put it on public record that the applicant in April of 2024 submitted a basic site plan for a simple second floor addition, showing no improvements to the property around his house or right of way. We requested civil plans, did not receive them. In between April of 2024 through August 28, 2025, we requested at least 4 times civil plans from the applicant. We finally received them on August 28th of 25 after a year of requesting them. And the civil plan showed significant improvements being made to the property, including new water service, sewer service, storm sewer improvements, and driveway improvements, which required a lot more in-depth review than a simple second floor addition that he originally told us. So I just wanted to make that clear that the delay was in part on him not providing the site plans that were requested. So that's all. Happy Thanksgiving.
I just wanted to add my congratulations to Rich on the well-deserved award as well. It was fun being down at the toy conference and getting to celebrate that with you. Also, while Eva and I were down there, we had another FOIA auditor come into the office, and it was Jessica's turn this time yeah, she was the star this time. But again, all the information that they requested, we did provide. We passed, so good news there, and that one is up on YouTube as well. So always my staff does a great job, and I couldn't be more proud of the way they handle those situations, and just the public on a day-to-day basis. They do a great job. I would also agree with Susan that the Veterans Breakfast is something that we should do every year. I thought it was a really great event. It's nice to, give them the recognition that they so richly deserve. And everybody else, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Well, let's start on this.
Again, congratulations to Richard on his Director of the Year, and also all the work that Emily and Richard did for the Community Impact Award. I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. They're calling for big snow possibly on Saturday, so if you're driving anywhere, be very careful coming back, and probably means
I don't have all my decorations up yet.
But things could change, they're never right. So, but if it does snow and you're traveling, just be very careful this weekend. So have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
You want me to go?
Sure, it doesn't matter. Ladies first, why not? You're ready.
Well, I was lucky enough to be able to attend the Veterans Breakfast as well, and it was so lovely. It was emotional. There were some tears, but it was celebratory as well. And I just think the staff did such a good job making sure that the veterans in our community feel honored. And I really appreciate the work that got put into that. It was a wonderful event. I also wanted to point out a story from the board packet that really moved me. Maine State staff worked with a student in Maine Township who had been struggling since the pandemic, and it sounds like in developing a close relationship with that student, they picked up on signs of suicidal ideation that were being missed in other places. And so that student got the care that they needed. There was some hospitalization, there was some work at the school, and they were able to return to school and are thriving now in their studies and personally. And it's just another example of the wonderful work that staff are doing, and sometimes is life-saving. So thank you for that amazing work, and yeah, let's all have a happy Thanksgiving.
That was a good start.
Wasn't it?
And so I want to publicly congratulate Arthur Moldenauer. It was my turn to write the Manly newsletter, Trustees Corner, and I attempted to carefully put his name in there, and I think I botched it. So hopefully we have a very good editor. Hopefully we have a very good editor.
But I think you put,
Someone else's
you
name.
got it there at all. I think you put.
I botched it because Richard wins so many awards that I couldn't take a picture of Arthur's award at the conference, because Richard wins so many awards and it was covered up.
We'll be here in December, so.
So I just wanted to publicly commend him, and he'll be here in December. He's a volunteer, so I think that's a great award that he got. And I'm sorry that I botched his name in the newsletter, which I should have.
We
And then
fixed it.
secondly, the turkey giveaway could not possibly have gone better. Thank you once again to Asif Malik for his great idea, and it just gets better and better. Couldn't have been run better. Thank you to Vicki, and Mike was there, I know. Vicki was there, the staff just did a great job. I can't imagine it could have gone possibly better than it did. Jack and his crew, and it was just like, I don't know how many turkeys we gave away, but it was fast, and it was efficient, and it was
Very efficient.
It was just excellent. He was there, and it was just great. So thank you, Asif, and for everybody who was with him. It was just a great deal.
So first I want to congratulate Richard for all his awards, well deserved. And I want to acknowledge the Maine Township employees, James Ma already mentioned, Vicky, Nader, Jonathan, Monica, Jessica, Jack, Andrew, and I also want to thank Senator Laura Murphy for her support, Senator Laura Fine, and the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, the President Naveen Anwar. And also the elected official was there, Kim John, supervisor was there, Pete Giolamas, thank you, Susan Curry, and my friend Jim Meyer, thank you for your help. And within the first 45 minutes, we gave 275 turkeys. And it was amazing, the Jack did it, he controlled the traffic, there was no issue, nobody called 911 because he told all the employees, anything happens, please call 911. So, call 911. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and have a safe Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Okay. All right. This has been a busy month. A few things. Of course, I want to extend my congratulations to Richard. I did it already at the event, but all of our employees do such an excellent job. You can't thank them enough. But I also attended the trunk or treat, which was so much fun. 600 kids came through admiring all the trunks and all of their costumes and looking for candy and all kinds of things. That was really fun. And then we went to the toy conference, which was very informative, and I think it was a very valuable experience for employees, and it also builds camaraderie with the team and trust, and so it's a good event every year. Also, the Veterans Brunch, the assessor's office, and Liz and Marie and seniors, they did an outstanding job. It was really special, and I hope we continue it. We also have electronics recycling, and then, of course, the turkey giveaway. Oh, and Thanksgiving lunch for seniors, which was awesome also. We even had a couple dancing. So it was really fun. It was really nice. So lots of things going on, and December is not going to be any slower. Nobody's slowing down. So there's lots of activity here, which is what we want. So I want to thank everybody, the staff, and all of our residents for making Maine Township what it is, and wish everyone a healthy Thanksgiving. Okay, can we get my report? Oh, maybe we watch next Wednesday, December 3rd, 7 o'clock. Come on. That's it. So we will be going to closed session pursuant to 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act, discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, and pursuant to Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act, to discuss the purchase or lease of real property or use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired, and pursuant to 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act litigation, which is probable or imminent. So, can I get a motion to go into closed session?
Motion to enter closed session, go into, enter?
Motion to, enter closed session for the stated exceptions.
Second.
And you're all welcome to stay. I don't know anything exciting will happen.
Roll call.
Yeah.
Supervisor Jones?
Yes,
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
And Trustee Lynch?
but if you don't stay, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.
Can I get a motion to come out of closed session and resume our regular meeting?
Motion to come out of closed session and resume our meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we discussed a possible vote on clinical licensure and certification compensation policy. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve clinical licensure and certification compensation policy.
Second.
Okay. Supervisor Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
Trustee Lynch?
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.